tried to rewrite the ending, but I rewrote the plot. Welcome to Life Twirls On, where this isn't just a podcast, it is a production, where I get the mic, the mirror, and the last word. We've got hot topics, hot looks, and sometimes a hot mess. Whether you're twirling in traffic or twirling around in a salon chair, you're right where you're supposed to be. This week, we're talking about reality truths, friendship breakups, and messy headlines. So if you came for the shade or the sparkle or storyline, keep your edges secure and your earbuds in. Now, I was gonna mind my business, but y'all already know that doesn't ever last long. So let's get into it, starting with what's been twirling through the headlines. All right, y'all, it's time for Twirl Talk, where the headlines spin and I spin right along with them. Now, this week, we're breaking down the real double standard, where older men date barely legal women. They get celebrated. But when someone like Tracee Ellis Ross, a beautiful woman in her 50s, says men her age can't keep up, she's suddenly too picky. Now, I know you guys have all seen the headlines. Mr. Shannon Sharpe is under fire for allegedly dating a woman who had just hit legal age. Well, she's really not legal age yet, right? Because he started dating her when she was 19, which is legal. Well, she can't have a drink. She can't rent a car at a car rental agency without paying an extra down payment, an extra security. I mean, you can't take her to a bar. I mean, but I guess apparently if you're under 21, you can still sell that Snapchat cat. She's on OnlyFans, and she definitely is coming for him. So from their encounter, I know you've seen the headlines, at one point asked for $25,000 per cheek. I guess she has two cheeks, 1 and 2, so she was asking for $50,000. And somehow that changed to $50 million. $50 million. I mean, it's all like laughable, right? Considering all of the conversations we've seen come out, some of the things that Shannon has said himself, he admitted to having this sexual, encounter with this young, barely legal woman. They call him Unc, right? Should uncles be allowed to date nieces? Oh. Let me know for the people in the back. Should uncles be allowed to date nieces? Because clearly they call him Uncle Shannon. He's uncle. I don't know how old Shannon is. He looks like he's in his 50s. Good looking man. 56. Okay, 56. He looks good for 56. Hard body, stays in the gym, intelligent. He seems like he has a great personality. But 19, does he have any daughters? I'm just curious. I'm just asking a question. I'm not trying to judge, but I'm actually a little bit judgy. Should a 50-something-year-old man be allowed to date someone who can't go into a bar and buy a drink? Why was everyone upset when Tracee Ellis Ross said that men her age can't keep up? I mean, she's a good looking woman. She looks fit, but I don't know what she meant by can't keep up. Because I know some 50-year-olds that could definitely keep up. What? Wait a minute. Wait, can I take that back? Get it back. So I'm not sure if she just meaning the wrong 50-year-old. Or what does she mean they can't keep up? Because she couldn't be talking about money. She's clearly a wealthy woman. She's been on TV a very long time. She comes from royalty. The daughter of Miss Ross, honey, Miss Diana Ross. So she comes from royalty. She's a beautiful woman. I've worked with Tracee before on Girlfriends. I know she's funny. She's likable. She's a nice woman. I've seen her since. She's always been very polite to me. So I think she has a good personality. She's, in the same business as myself. I don't know what she meant by that, but maybe she's meeting the wrong guys. And what's wrong with dating a younger guy? They do it. You guys know I'm open. I'll date you from, let's see, what is my age range?
21 and up.
I don't know about 21. I don't know if you can call that dating.
35.
35 to 75. That's my age range. Is that okay? It's 35. I don't think 35 is too young. I think it's right, like a sweet spot. I think I can marry a 35-year-old and I would be just fine. I can keep up. My knees may not be able to, but we can put some padding, maybe get some little knee, injections so you can play paddle ball. You can run, you can do all those things, but I think 35 to 75 is my sweet spot. So let me know in the comments, how old is too old and how young is too young? Now on to other news. Beyonce's youngest baby star. Oh my God, you know how I love Beyonce. They say I look like Beyonce every day. Even I had to laugh at that now. Rumi officially joined the Cowboy Carter Act 2 rollout. But of course, Kanye, here comes Kanye. Kanye doesn't have a nurse. Like, Kanye doesn't have like someone who administers his medication. I like Kanye. Well, I like Kanye when I knew him 20 years ago. And he was nice to me. He was a little bit strange, but he was not a bully. But now he's bullying little kids online. Like, he's coming for Beyonce and Jay-Z's children. Like, children are always 100% off limits. Stay the F away from people's kids. Okay, Kanye, worry about your kids. And I'm gonna leave it at that, because I'll get myself in a lot of trouble if I start talking about your kids and Kim Kardashian's kids. Worry about your children and leave people's children's names out of your mouth. It's never right. It's never right. Matthew knows their grandfather had to come in and tell Kanye, listen, you need to back up. If you weren't done before with Kanye, you might be done with him now, because again, like I said, children are innocent. They don't have anything to do with your beefs or your parents' beefs or your grandparents' beefs or anything like that. They should never be used to weaponize someone against someone else. Okay, so they're completely off limits. Now, we already know that what it's like for grown women to be dragged online, to be bullied, to be made a mockery of, for these trolls to like completely try to obliterate them online. We know what that's like. I've dragged the but I'm just saying, those are grown women. But imagine being 6 years old with your name trending in social media for being called horrific names. The internet has no chill. They don't have an off switch. They don't know when to stop. They literally will find emails and email you and put fake accounts and robots to come after you. We've been through it all. I do have a question. Should celebrity parents keep their kids offline? Should celebrity parents just say, you know what, you cannot be on social media at all? There are a lot of places in the world where children or even the adults or people that live there are not able to access any kind of media whatsoever outside of their own country. Should we do that for our children to protect them? I mean, are we just setting them up to be judged either way? If they are appearing with us somewhere that we want to bring them to work and we're so proud of them, is it okay to put them in the public eye? Does that mean that because there are children that they can just be subjected to all the nonsense that we're subjected to?
Unfair.
It's unfair, right? Let me know what you think in the comments. Should children always be off limits? Or is it okay to talk about a child just because their parent is famous? Let me know what you think. Reality tea always pours itself. When it comes to reality TV, you never know what's going on. But let's take a closer look at what's happening now on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So one of the biggest storylines right now is Porsha and Shamea. They have been friends forever. Obviously, I've known of Shamea since Shamea was first on the show. I remember kicking Shamea, off of my boat when I was, on the show, because she was sticking so closely with Porsha, and Porsha and I were falling out. But Shamea and I have gone back and forth plenty of times, at least several times that I know of, because of her rocky relationship with Porsha. Now, a lot of you guys may not know, I've actually had a conversation with Shamea a long time ago. And that was when Porsha and I were not on the best terms, and we're cool now. But this was when Porsha and I were not cool. Everything that I know about their friendship, I'll just tell you. I never felt that Porsha was supportive of her being on Housewives. They had asked Shamea to be on Housewives as a housewife years ago, and Shamea refused to do it or could not do it. I'm not really clear about the details, but in any event, she couldn't do it. She didn't do it. She did not accept the offer to be a housewife or to interview to be a housewife. And I remember a specific conversation being filmed where Shamea brought up something. Maybe it was her wedding. Maybe it was Porsha not being supportive of her. But I remember Porsha saying something to the effect of, why are you doing this? Why are you over here? Why are you doing this? Do you need the money that bad? And I think Shamea was like shocked, like, what, where is she going with this? And the gist of the conversation was, can't you just let me have this and you go over and do what you need to do? But this is my platform. You need to go and either be my support system or go away. That was the gist of the conversation. Now, I've been on that show, was on that show, still am, still employed, not on the show currently. But for 12 years, I've seen and heard a lot. I've never lied on anybody. Never. Y'all know that. I just remember thinking, is that a friendship or a relationship of convenience? Because a friendship, you cheer your friends on no matter what. And I just remember this saying that Oprah said before, like, if you have a friend that even shows you a hint of them not wanting you to succeed or climb the rung in a ladder, they are not your friend. I strongly believe that. If I don't have a girlfriend that's on the sidelines and me like, go girl, you better do that. What can I do for you? I'm going to call the producers. I'm going to call the network. I'm going to do everything I can. I need you by my side. I've done that before for a friend of mine, to the point where I'm putting my own job in jeopardy because I'm like, y'all should look at this girl. She is dynamic. She is beautiful. She is a housewife. She is the one you're looking for, and you're overlooking her. And going so far out of my way, people were like, what is going on? What is the situation with you and this friend? Because she was somebody I truly cared about. She's my friend, and I believe she would be good in that role. However, that's not what I see with Shamea and Porsha. What I see is jealousy. What I see is somebody putting their foot on somebody's neck and saying, you stay down there. I want to be the queen of this. You go find your own thing, which is basically what she said. I mean, I think we already know what that is. It's not a friend. Anyways, no friend I would want to have. So can two besties survive the same bag, same spotlight, and the same screen time? Or is it a matter of just time for it to blow up? Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. And remember, I am always going to tell you the true tea. I'm not going to lie on anybody. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just telling the honest truth. So you tell me what you think. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Say what? You know what time it is. You know what. It's time for twirl or toss. Now we're judging the looks, okay? The lace and the boldest beauty moments of the week. Now, if it's serving, it's gonna get a twirl, because when you serve, you get a twirl. Now, if it's tragic, baby, it gets tossed. So let's play twirl or toss. Okay, now men are officially stepping into the beauty game. Units. Yes, units, wigs, okay? I don't know where that started. People say units in the South. A wig, okay? A wig, W-I-G. Buy wig, okay? Lace fronts, sculpted beards. I mean, they're even gluing baby hairs, eyebrows down. Like, they're gluing everything you can glue on a bob, okay? I don't know where some hair else is gonna show up, because they are gluing everything that can be glued on with some hair. Social media is split. Is it deception on the part of the man, or is it evolution? If the girls can do it, why not the men? What do you say? I have several opinions. Would you like to hear them? Okay, I'm gonna give them to you. Okay, number one, I am a beauty expert. Yes, I'm going to claim that, because that's what I am. I am a former Miss USA. I'm a beauty queen. Okay, I know all about hair, makeup, skin, fitness. That is my lane all day long. I have a successful multi-million-dollar hair care line. Kenya Moore Haircare.
Kenya Moore Haircare.
Kenya Moore Haircare.
Kenya Moore Haircare.
Kenya Moore. Okay, I have it. Okay, it's here. I have a brick and mortar business that is a hair salon, and we service people. So we see all kinds of hair. We also have people, women, men, that come in and want wigs, weaves, extensions, all of those things. I have used wigs, weaves, extensions. So I feel like I am an expert in this case. And plus, I'm a woman and I date men. And I know what I would feel personally if a man had a wig glued down on his head. So let's get into it. Number one, as a business owner, can we please get somebody in here to charge $750 for a man to sit down and get a man weave and a man wig? Please, can somebody please call my number and apply to do man wigs right now?
That's who should be calling a salon.
Okay, instead of you people pranking me and calling the salon, please, hairstylists that know how to do man wigs, please call my number. I'm looking for you, because I want that business, okay? I want it. So that's the business side of me. It's a great idea. It's amazing. It's genius. It's genius. And some of the ones that I've seen, they look so real because they're so unexpected. You can expect to see a toupee, and the toupee always kind of looks weird, but you don't expect to see a man wig or a man toupee wig. You don't expect that. So I'm here for it. This is a moneymaker. Almost $1,000 for somebody to come in and get a man. Please, I'm here for it.
We're taking clients.
Washington, you got that?
I got
Walter's gonna do you, okay? So that's how I feel on a professional side as a beauty expert. Now, how I feel as a woman dating a man wearing a man weave or man wig. How much money does he make? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. I really don't think it would bother me because women do it all the time. Okay, I'm blessed. I have a lot of hair. I don't have to worry about a wig. I don't need it. I don't think anybody needs a wig. It's really what you want.
You got enough hair for the both of y'all.
I have enough hair, but I can cut my hair and give them some hair.
So you wouldn't have an issue if you woke up and your man wig was laying on the pillow?
I don't want to see it. I don't think a man should see wigs. I'm old school. Like, I just have the illusion, whatever that is, it looks good. You don't need to know if it's real or not.
I agree.
I just don't think you need to know if it's real. I think you have to have an air of mystery. I don't think you need to see everything real or fake. That's just how I feel. Separate bathrooms, we'll get to that in another episode. Yeah, so I don't want to see it. But if it's done and done well, I don't have a problem with it. Women do it all the time.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So why not a man being able to do it? I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the problem is. So twirl or toss? Are we tossing the toupee or are we here for it? Let me know in the comments because I think this is a really interesting question. So let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it next time. Okay, y'all. I know all the Beyonce fans are out there. They have the cowboy hats on, the cowboy boots, they're getting their custom-made outfits. But the concert era is in full gallop, and the fans have shown up in some crazy outfits. Well, not all crazy, but I want to know what you think. So let's just see some of the fans' outfits, and you tell me, is it a twirl or is it a toss? And some of these fans are celebrities, so let's see what we got. So first up, we have John Legend. Oh, and this little cutie pie. Oh my God. So cute. I think he looks great. But what do you think? Toss or twirl? I think this is a twirl. He looks fabulous. And I love John Legend. And I didn't ask my daughter to suck a dick for a ticket. Okay, Lori Harvey. I'm not getting cowboy. What's cowboy in it? The boots?
I guess.
Okay, she kept it simple. It's a beautiful blouse. I want to know where she got this blouse from because it's gorgeous. She's a beautiful girl. She just has some cowboy boots and jeans. So it's cute. I think it's a twirl. It's very reserved to go to a Beyonce concert, but I'm not mad at it. Like, I would rather you underdo it than overdo it. And I think it's fine. I think she looks cute. She's got amazing style. Okay, Niecy Nash. She is actually appearing as Beyonce's double, but she got rejected because, anyway, Niecy Nash, blonde wig, red everything. I'm not sure what this skirt is. Like, it's a full-on costume. She had fun. She had fun. And I love Niecy. I gotta say, twirl or toss, I'm gonna say twirl. This is the spirit of the concert. She is in full Beyonce. She's giving full Beyonce, baby, full Beyonce. So I'm gonna say twirl. That's cute. Let's see who's next. Oh, Kelly Rowland. So she has a long ponytail. So she has a cowhide, it's jacket, jeans. She looks cute. She looks casual. She looks like, honey, I don't have to try so much. I'm Beyonce's sister. I got full VVVVVVIP. I'm just here supporting my sister. She's giving wearable. She's giving, I can go to the grocery store in this and I wouldn't be overdressed. So I'm gonna say twirl. It's Kelly. She looks amazing. What doesn't she look amazing in? If we're talking facts. Okay, here's a blogger in leather, tiny little skirt, fluffy boots. Again, I just feel like she's celebrating Beyonce. She looks fabulous. I think she looks sophisticated, it's sexy, it's edgy, and I think it works. She looks beautiful. Okay, another influencer, Shea Butters. Beautiful girl. Beautiful gods. Beautiful gods. She's a beautiful girl. The look is very cute, very sexy, very edgy. Cowboy boot. I love the custom skirt. I love the cowboy boots. Now, if I go to the concert, I would want to wear something like this. This would be more me. It's beautiful. Any designer that wants to dress me, just, a note to any designer that wants to dress me or send me clothes for the Beyonce concert, I could give you my address to send me Beyonce clothes to wear to the concert. So that brings us to more to say, where we take a moment to get real, to get soft, and to get into stories that don't always trend, but that matter. This one is a little bit close to my heart because it's dating after divorce. First of all, let's just talk about the statistics, right? Less than 18% of Black women ever get married in the USA. Chomp on that. It's a staggering statistic, which means the likelihood of any woman that's Black and being married in the USA is very tough. So less than 20% are your odds of getting married. So when you do find the love of your life and you walk down that aisle and you think it's going to be forever and you're like, I'm not part of that 20%, I'm not part of that 80% that never get married. And you finally feel like you have a life partner and you do everything to make it work. You put your heart, your soul, everything that you have in loving someone, and then it fails. And you try and you try and you try, whatever your story is, it didn't work. And so you divorce. And then you're left with the realization of, wow, I'm now part of a different statistic, a divorcee. And you look at your life and you think, do I want to stay a divorcee and just live and be happy and find myself again and not really look for love? Or do you want to take the chance, heal, and then get back into the dating world again? Well, for me, I want to be a wife again. I love being married. I may not have always loved who I was married to, but I loved being a wife. I love a sense of family. I love having to, make sure I'm home by a certain time because I wanted to have dinner together as a family. I wanted to cook a home-cooked meal. I wanted a relationship and an environment that I had when I was growing up, with a husband and a wife in the family taking care of their children and on a day-to-day basis. That's all I ever wanted. And if anyone ever followed my career, they know that's all I ever wanted in my life because I am from a product of a broken home. My mother and father were very young when they had me. They were teenagers. And so I never had that two-family unit growing up with my mother and father. So that brings me to my point of, now what do I do? Do I retreat and go into a shell and go, woe is me, I'm divorced, I'm a divorcee. I waited all this time to get married and now I'm not. And now I'm just like all these other women in Atlanta, that don't have a man or don't have a husband, I should say. Or do I say, you know what? I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to pull myself up by my bootstraps and I'm going to present my best self to the world because now I know exactly what I want. I know what to look for and I know what to look out for. And this version of me is the best that anybody will ever get, honey, because being a divorcee teaches you a lot. You now know what does and does not work in a marriage and in a relationship, which is invaluable. And it's not over until you say it's over. If you decide you want to be single and that makes you happy, then be single and be happy. But for me, I wanted to get back out there. And so I think when you're dating, you just have to, again, be positive, be free, be loving, be kind, and you will attract the person that is meant for you. You will attract your person. So if you're sitting there and you're sitting with yourself and you're wondering if you'll ever feel like you again, let me be the proof. Girl, you have to move on. And moving on is moving up. And there's a way out there. There's more peace out there. There's more clarity. There's more love. There's more kindness. There's more success. There's more of you to love and to share your love. This is not the end. This is simply just the beginning. There's more of you waiting on the other side and to share your love with someone else who is deserving of your love and who knows your value and that knows that you, not him, you are the prize. You are the prize. Don't ever forget that. I never forgot it when my grandmother taught it to me, which is why I chose to divorce. And I know sitting here that I am the prize and so are you. I think the overall point that I want people to walk away with today is choose you. Choose your happiness, your peace. If someone is giving you grief, whether it's a best friend that you've had for years and they don't make you feel good anymore, you're not in a good space with them and it cannot be resolved. If you are in a relationship that you don't feel good in, that you don't have peace in, and you keep arguing and fighting and staying up at night and it's not working despite how much you're putting into it and you're not getting it back, choose you. Your peace, your happiness, your love is more important than anything else. Because if you don't love yourself and you're not getting that and you're not protecting what you are in your peace, someone will easily take that from you. And we're not going to have that. We're not having that. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. So if you want to date a man that wears a man wig and that makes you happy, girl, date that man with that man wig. Who cares? As long as it's okay with you, who cares what anybody else thinks? Do you. Be authentic, and your life will certainly change, and you will change the lives around you. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me for yet another episode of Life Twirls On. We're just getting started. You hear me? Baby, it's just gonna get more fabulous from here. So be sure to subscribe and send your Ask Kenya questions and tag us in your twirl-worthy moments. Until next time, keep it cute, keep it classy, and keep it real. But keep twirling because life twirls on. Now twirl, 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 twirl.